Good evening. Hearing the trains whistle and being stuck behind them are frequent occurrences for many Lloydminster residents, but if you've noticed an increase in train traffic, there's a reason for it. CN is investing $2 billion to improve its rail service this year. One of those upgrades involves construction on the main Edmonton to Saskatoon line.
So in order to accommodate for some of the work crews to go out there and conduct this work, it'll be necessary to reroute some of the traffic along the Prairie North line, which goes through Lloydminster, to ensure that we're still able to provide service to our customers and move trains.
Work on the main line is dependent on crew availability and the weather, so Warren Chandler says he doesn't know exactly how many trains are being rerouted through the border city.
We would try and accommodate for a significant period of time to allow these work crews to go out there and replace rail ties and other track materials so that we can improve the capacity and productivity of our network.
Chandler says there's no specific timeline for when the extra train traffic will decrease, but the plan is to finish construction on the main line sometime this year. Well, the St. Paul District Chamber of Commerce is struggling to find funds to continue offering programs and support for local businesses. The board is now approaching the town with a proposal which would help financially, but as Clayton Brown explains, the idea is being met with some opposition.
The St. Paul District Chamber of Commerce operates mainly through fundraising, but lately the money being raised just isn't enough to allow it to be effective.
We have been struggling financially. We've been a quiet Chamber of Commerce, so we've decided to change that up. And we need to do something to maintain our existence.
So Hertberger approached Town Council with a proposal asking them to pass a bylaw which makes it mandatory for every business to be a member.
As a new board and new president, we sat down and we thought this was the way to go, and we know it's being done for the last 10 years in another town, so we thought that this was a good avenue to take.
But the proposal has been met with some opposition.
You can't force people to do this. It's against the law. You can't do that. You cannot ever justify forcing an individual to do something.
Hertberger says there are many benefits to being a member of the chamber, but none of which Quadros finds advantageous to his business.
And if there is a place for the Chamber of Commerce in this town, that's wonderful. Maybe there is. For us, I don't feel that it does any benefit to us. It hasn't.
I really want people to understand what it is we do, and I think there's some businesses out there that don't know that.
The chamber is looking at hosting a town hall meeting in the near future. In St. Paul, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
The support for flood victims continues. The Auctioneers Association of Alberta is asking communities all across the province to be part of the largest charity auction next month. It was the biggest disaster in Alberta's history, and now the association says the charity auction will be a chance for everyone in the province to help those who have lost so much.
The basic goal is to get all of the service clubs in the general areas, whether it be your Chamber of Commerce or your Kinsman or your Lions or Rotary or whatever, to come on board and solicit in their area for donations.
It will be providing auctioneers to any municipalities or towns to help in conducting the sales. Ordston adds the venues will be up to the group organizing it, whether it be at a parking lot or a community hall.
The donations stay with that group. If they want to give it to Red Cross, that's fine. Salvation Army, that's fine. As long as it's going to flood relief fund.
And for Ordston, it hits close to home.
I have been down to High River and I've seen the devastation. As a matter of fact, I had a friend that lost a house and then had a heart attack after the fact. So believe you me, this money is really, really needed.
The charity auction will be held from August 16th to 18th. 100% of the proceeds will go to the relief effort. For more information or to register, you can visit albertaauctioneers.com. Well, men in the border city are being asked to walk a mile in her shoes. It's all to raise money and awareness for the local sexual assault center. Since starting in 2001, the walk has grown internationally, expanding to cities like Edmonton and Calgary. This will be the first time for the border city. Officials at the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center say it's about spreading awareness.
That's just the goal of it, is not to pinpoint male offenders, but to talk about the fact that anybody can be sexually assaulted. We just want to get the community aware of that fact.
Baines hopes the walk will raise $25,000 to help support the nonprofit organization.
Fundraising dollars help maintain what we do on a daily basis. So doing an event like this not only helps to keep our doors open and our services being provided to those affected, but it helps us continue creating awareness about an issue that we are so passionate about.
To register or for more information, you can visit the event website at walkamilelloydminster.com. The walk is scheduled to take place September 20th at the Root Community Emporium. On this week's Pet Project, Graham and Stephanie introduce us to a cuddly cat named Big Mac, as well as a bearded collie cross named Doom.
This little kitty is Big Mac. Big Mac is a 3.5-year-old medium-haired cat. He is neutered, microchipped, updated on vaccinations except for rabies, and he is a very cuddly and energetic little guy.
Big Mac's been at the shelter since February, and as his name states, he is quite the big love bug. He tends to be slightly lazy and sleeps most of the day away, but he gets along well with other cats and is in our cat condo down at the shelter. And yeah, if you're looking for a nice lap cat to give you cuddles, then he's your man.
This big guy is Doom. Doom is almost 4 years old. He is a bearded collie cross. He is neutered, microchipped, up-to-date on vaccinations except for rabies, and he is a big cuddly teddy bear.
Doom is a super playful, fun-loving guy. He has a lot of energy to burn, so he would do best going to a place where he has lots of places to run. He would also be a good outside dog, as he has a very long, thick coat. He gets along really well with kids and other dogs. And he has very good leash manners and basic obedience. So if he's the guy for you, then come check him out.